flowers, too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
Hi, Hoodle! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Glacial Spear!
No
Here's
further!
evil! Dance in the wind! Air blast!
Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Swallow blade! I'll finish you here and now! Blade! Talon sword! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! That's enough! Watch it! Eat this! Ready to go! Glimmer flash! Rising Wyvern! Come on! Super swallow dance! Swallow ball! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I never miss! This one's mine! Denied! We're in the home stretch now! What you should never miss!
Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law! Now, come on! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Swallow blade!
Not in your dreams!
First strike! Eat this!
The waters of magic
Take that!
advance!
Inferno
Tidal
punch!
wave!
Swallow blade! Shattering! Pieces!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the
Don't. Just...
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said...
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But
Oh,
we've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good.
such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevracht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be...
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more...
It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, so thanks. But... the floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor.
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing.
The ceiling is on the floor! That doesn't...
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't...
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have...
You will. And when the time...
looks like some solid equipment.
No choice. Slide!
Rain down!
Try harder! I'll take you all off!
See what I can do.
Here I go! Go!
Slide!
Hey,
Rising
Zealand,
Wyvern!
stuff!
No!
Another victory!
Try this!
Whirling devil!
Fine, free. Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Now hit time! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning!
Ignite!
Thunder Peal!
Swallow Blade!
Eruption! Light Astral Energy!
Slide! Swallow Blade!
Far enough!
Slide!
Annihilation!
Try harder! Slide! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Supernova!
Swallow Blade!
Raging
Slide!
Cascade!
No further!
No more playing nice! Blah, 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 magic! Here, let me help! Freeze!
Swallow Blade!
Dance to the wind!
Slide!
Where are you going?
Swallow Blade! We're cleaning house!
Let me take the rest.
Wow, someone's feeling
charging
lively!
us.
That's what my shield's for.
Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Armor won't save you.
Slide!
Dance to the wind!
Burn!
A whirling struggle!
Swallow Blade!
Now I'm through.
It looks like you got this was covered! Here's evil! In here! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts.
Should have messed
What
with
my
me.
art can do! Rise and shine!
Slide!
Catch
Swallow
it!
Blade! Swallow
Alright,
Blade!
it's showtime!
Slide!
Resurrection!
Slide!
I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Oh, no further.
Swallow Blade!
I can't hold on much longer! Dance to the wind call!
Eat dirt!
Air thrust! A wild air call!
Armor won't save you.
Rising Wyvern!
Spread!
What's this?
No more playing nice!
Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade!
Air claw!
Super Swallow Dance! Swallow Blade!
Healing sword!
Swallow Blade!
I'll finish you here and now.
Swallow Blade!
Hear my Let me
Swallow
help!
Blade!
Feel! The enemy is going all out! Illuminate the
Swallow
sky!
Blade!
Not in your dreams! Here's
Slide! The flame inside me yearns
I
to be
never
let
miss.
free!
Come and get it. I'll finish you here and now.
Not today!
Glimmer flash.
Swallow Blade! No further!
Freaking dust it.
Try harder! Swallow Blade! Oh!
Now I'm real mad. The picture of hell. Eat it.
I could do without this pain!
Raging
Smash
storm!
you.
Flare torch!
What's
this?
Swallow Blade! Mirage!
What's this?
Swallow Blade! Slide! Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
When you all die.
Stay... Wait for my friend!
Take this.
Not in your dreams! I'll bring you back
Mirage! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Raging storm!
Burn!
Resuscitation! Ready to go! Light ass raging cascade!
Swallow Blade!
Don't die.
Slide!
Watch this!
Rising Wyvern!
I'm
You're on!
Rage annihilation!
Strike! Hurricane! Rising Wyvern!
Watch this! In a bind!
Winds of heaven!
Swallow dance!
Perform! Hear me! Flame of cyclone!
Burning!
Water! Hear my call!
Infernal Turret!
Hear me! Flame of
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
Confiscated!
Denied!
No more flame knight!
Shattering
A standing form!
Attack!
Water! Hear my call!
Ignite!
Here,
Try harder!
First aid!
Swallow blade! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Scenic Cyclone!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Try this! I'm on Infernal Turret!
Here you are!
Come and face
And
me!
here!
You're on!
It's a duel of the arts!
I'm sorry to be boss.
We've all got enough. I've got this! Let a marksman handle
Swallow
it!
blade! All yours!
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
You'll wait here. Take this.
Do it! Raging storm! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Try this! What is it?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this! Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Slash! Try harder! This one's off! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Swallow blade!
Hear my call!
Burn!
The flames will roar!
Swallow
Here
blade!
goes! I never miss! Do it!
Try! In an instant! Impact block!
Water! Hear my call!
First light! Rising Wyvern! There you are! Slash! Swallow blade! Slash! Swallow blade!
Talon Hurricane!
Wow, look what I just found.
Hi, Hoodle!
I can carve through armor. In a bind.
Try this!
Dance.
Infernal Turret! Damn it!
Don't mind if I do. Is that wielding art? Now I've seen everything!
I'm free.
In here!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Ignite! Swallow blade! Rising Wyvern! You're on! I could do without this pain! Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Reinforcements?
I'm on it.
Primed and ready!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade!
Enemies incoming!
Swallow blade!
Then we'll take them down.
Swallow blade!
To accomplish Eagle Fly! Radiant Pierce!
This has to be sealed! Slash!
Look out! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right
Not
beside you!
today! Slash! Infernal Turret!
Can't get out of this.
Swallow blade! Rising
Now
Wyvern!
you see what I can do! I'm on it!
Swallow Blade!
Not on my watch!
Slash! Infernal Torrent!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There!
More?
Into the
Rise up!
Nothing gets by me!
Mirage!
All
Blade!
made one!
Rising!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done!
These fists have got your name on them!
All
Rising
disasters made
Wyvern!
one!
Ignite!
Swallow dance!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Keep calm and take them down! Now!
More?
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Eat dirt! All disasters, this one's mine! Rise and rest! Security!
Swallow
Inferno
Blade!
punch!
Not today!
Reload! Nail strike!
Talon hurricane!
This one's mine!
Inferno punch!
Stars of light!
Now you see what I can do!
Swallow Blade!
Healing circle!
This one's all mine!
That's right, spot!
Swallow Blade!
Inferno punch!
Ignite!
That's right!
Swallow Blade! Rising Wyvern!
Swallow dance!
Mirage!
Talon hurricane!
You're really strong about this!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
First strike! Far enough! Come and get it!
A whirling struggle.
Swallow Blade!
Now I'm in it! We got the advantage!
Hold on to your art. Here I come.
Swallow dance!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Death
A
blossom!
whirling
Swallow
struggle.
Blade!
Wind of heaven.
Carve through one! Swallow more! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Swallow Blade!
A big water trailblazer.
Eagle of Soul! Slash!
All day.
Swallow Blade!
Pierce.
Slash!
Air.
Blazing Diving! Good!
Illuminate generation. Come down. Holy glimmer. Holy land.
Swallow Blade!
Water.
Infernal Torrent! Swallow Blade!
Take this!
Do it. Astral energy. Full throttle. Hey, Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
I'm sorry to be off. Get a word! Far enough!
It looks like you got this one covered! A whirling struggle!
These fists have got your name on them!
Infernal Hurricane! Flush! Swallow Blade!
Here it goes!
Rising
What
Wiper!
if I do?
Mirage!
A whirling struggle!
Stop!
Winds of heaven!
Swallow Dance!
Take this!
Let me show you what my
Swallow Blade! Infernal
There you go!
Torrent!
Don't let up!
Swallow Blade!
Armor won't save you!
There you go!
The enemy heals armor too.
We'll soon see about that!
Time to let it rip!
Slash! Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy lamp!
Slash!
It's finished!
Let's do it!
Coming through! Ha! No! Scarlet Inferno!
Dragon Shout!
Will this help?
Slash! Rising Wipe!
Healing!
I really hope you won. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I think.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Outstanding
In
form!
a vine?
Annihilation! Re-natural energy!
Armor won't
Out of
save
ammo!
you!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
Go
Swallow
forward,
Blade!
hurricane!
I'll finish you
Not
here.
in your dreams!
So
Weak!
quit pushing yourself and get behind us!
I'll be right as rain in no time!
Swallow Blade! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this, the only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out
It's like Hevrect 35 told us.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say.
dichotomy.
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are... I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more power...
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done,
I can feel my power growing!
you know what we're going on!
Slash!
Burning strike!
Swallow blade! Swallow blade! Slash! Swallow blade! Prepare to be coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
Dance!
Now you see what I can do!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Swallow blade!
Now I'm in the groove! In a bind!
Swallow blade!
Eagle Fly!
Storm!
Far enough!
It's weakened!
Swallow blade! This ends now!
It's in the sky!
Swallow blade!
I never miss!
Slash!
Lightning condensed!
Rising
Now
Wyvern!
I'm in the groove!
I need all the power of my healing
I'm
arts to
nearly done
accomplish
for.
this.
Slash!
Talon Hurricane!
Swallow blade!
Here! Purge the
Dragon
light!
Show! Shattering
Try harder!
Attack time!
Dragon Show!
Swallow blade!
A whirling
Eagle
Slash!
Swallow blade! Eat this!
Don't mind if I do!
No further!
Oh, start it! Start energy! Rain down and purify all!
There it goes!
A meteor storm far beyond our utility! I call
Try
on
harder!
thee! One more!
Just to
Swallow blade!
Talon Storm! Leave the
Shooting
charges to me! Talon Hurricane! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Talon Hurricane!
Now,
you're off!
Astral energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Gotta break through!
Swallow blade! Save you!
Swallow blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Healing circle! Careful! Sky is mine!
You picked the wrong fight! Swallow blade! Try this!
Prepare to be
Where are you going? Air thrust!
Take this!
A whirling struggle!
Swallow blade!
Outstanding form!
Slash!
First force!
Swallow blade! Slash!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am.
Searing flame! Reload!
Swallow blade!
Anything in armor is all right. Now you see what I can do.
A world confiscated!
Swallow blade! Rising Wyvern!
Hold together, just a little longer!
To be let free!
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together, we need to inform!
Swallow blade! Try this! Infernal torrent!
Take this. In a bind.
It looks like you've got this one covered!
These fists have got your name on them.
Thunder field! Raise the cascade!
Mirage!
Seal!
Swallow blade!
Let's get rolling!
Take this.
Leave the enemy
Crush you. No complaint here. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. Talon Storm.
Here's a healing art!
Now you see what I can do.
Swallow blade!
Now I'm in trouble.
Swallow blade!
Oh, you are gonna pay for that.
I have no limits! The flame inside me! Jill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Hey, anyone else think this might be a touch too dangerous?
Ridwell's right. We should fall back to regroup and try again later.
no
the
further!
sky, it's mine!
Not today!
Super swallow dance!
Slash!
Swallow blade!
Here!
Mirage!
Still fine! Plan the next
I
week!
never miss!
Swallow blade!
Leave the charges to me! That frickin' does it!
I'm going to need to use all the power
Can't
of
get
my
out of
healing
this.
arts to accomplish this! Raging Storm!
Swallow blade! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
I'm all set!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
I'll finish you here and now!
Rising Wyvern!
I'll smash you!
Mirage! Slash!
Swallow dance!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Slash! Swallow blade!
Winds of heaven!
Slash!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now I'm in the sword!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Take this!
Swallow blade!
I'll finish you here and now!
Swallow blade!
Can't get out of this! Leave the charges!
And more of this and I'll burn out!
Need to pull myself
Rising
together.
Wyvern!
Far enough!
Mirage!
Lightning Storm! Radiant light! Outstanding form! Feel! I never miss!
Swallow blade!
Get out of
Rising
there with the
Wyvern!
others! No more
Mirage!
playing nice! Glacial speed!
Swallow blade!
Here's the evil! Lancer! I've taken too much damage! Back into the fray!
Slash!
Mega ray!
Swallow blade!
Annihilation!
Swallow blade!
Flame!
Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Air
Swallow blade!
Let me help! Winds of heaven!
Slash! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Prepare to be healed!
Don't mind if I do!
In a bind?
Annihilation!
Slash! Rising Wyvern!
Illuminate!
Now I'm in the
Swallow
groove!
blade!
Here's the holy land! Here, let me help!
Armor won't save you! Eat this! Leave the chargers to me! All good things come to an end.
Radiant! Here! I won't give up!
Stay away from my friend!
Purge! Ready to go! Arctic water!
Hold
Not
nothing
enough time
back!
to heal everyone!
So what do we do? Play dead?
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my knowledge to accomplish this. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside
Ignite!
you!
Rising Wyvern! Now, let me! Swallow blade!
The enemy is going all out! There! Help this!
Try harder!
Lightning!
It's time now! I'm in the groove!
Swallow blade!
Can't get out of this!
Water! Hear my call!
Swallow blade!
Thank you! Hear anything in
Rising
all
Wyvern!
mine!
Select
Mirage!
I'm confiscated! This one's mine!
Slash!
Far beyond the
Eat
dark
this!
Swallow dance!
Slash! Try harder! Slash!
I'm ready to power of
Rising
water!
Hurricane!
What?
Mirage!
Annihilation!
Swallow blade!
Into the shadow!
Swallow blade!
Air
Hurricane! Mirage!
Rip and tear!
Swallow blade!
Eagle assault!
What's this?
Mirage!
Healing circle!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Super swallow dance! It's showtime!
Rising Wyvern!
Now you see what I can do! Take this!
Swallow blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Illuminate the dark!
Slash!
Holy glimmer! Raging cascade!
That frickin' does
I
it!
have no limits! Dragon coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Slash!
Photon astral energy!
Say no more. Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Swallow blade! Come and face me!
Swallow
Swallow blade! Try harder!
Pull myself together!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Swallow blade!
What would I do without Mega
Slash!
Blade?
Swallow blade!
Annihilation!
Slash!
A whirling
Slash!
trouble!
Rising Wyvern!
Heaven! First force!
Swallow blade! This
I
one's
never
all mine!
fit!
Eat dirt!
Gemini Ultra!
Swallow blade! Slash! Rising Wyvern! You're on!
Healing Ultra! Coming through!
Swallow blade!
Field! Here!
Timber!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done! Here, let me know. Don't mind if I do!
First strike! Denied! Dragon Shell! Infernal Punch! No further!
More with that Gemini Ultra!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Shell!
Air
Rising
Dragon!
Wyvern!
Here!
You're on!
Sword! Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Talon Hurricane!
Shining Supernova!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara.
Go no further!
Now you see what I can do!
Eat dirt!
I'll heal you all!
Talon Hurricane! Rising Wyvern!
Healing
It can hide itself? Amazing! Swallow blade!
Thanks for outstanding form!
Swallow blade!
Lightning orb! Blood! Illuminate the time of
Did you hear it now? Swallow blade! Swallow blade! It's time!
I'll heal you all!
You're on!
In a bind?
Far enough! I never fit! I can do this all day!
Burn in hell!
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my art do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Confiscated! Lightning!
Swallow blade!
Illuminate the dark!
Super swallow dance! You're on!
Holy land! Will this help?
Swallow blade!
A whirling trouble!
Swallow blade! Swallow blade!
In the wind!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
To be let free! Okay.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Try harder! Swallow blade!
Leave the enemy's art to me!
No complaint here!
Time to let it rip! Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Denied!
Swallow blade!
Let's tear him up!
Searing flame!
Swallow blade! Try harder!
Here goes! Don't mind if I do!
Burn!
Will this help? Here, let me help!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
First, let them mark the world!
Swallow blade!
This one's mine! Illuminate
I could do without this pain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely. But only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?